What's good, YouTube? It's a Courage, Leviathan Prophecy. And I miss basketball. I really do. Um, but I would be talking about um, the Suns and why I think that they're never going to win a championship. Um, First of all, like, comment, subscribe. I'm trying to reach my goal to like 900 subscribers. Not even 1K. Just 900, you know. Um, so if y'all can make it work, let's make it work. But first and foremost, we have to look at this Suns team. Now, obviously, they've been to the NBA Finals, losing against the Milwaukee Bucks. Um, they got rid of Chris Paul. They signed Bradley Beal. Um, they still got KD. They still got Booker. Still got Aiden. They got a new head coach in Frank Vogel, um, which he's not a bad coach. He's a good defensive coach. Offensively, that's where he doesn't perform. Um, he had a lot of big men in his career, or not a lot of big men, but he had a few decent big men in his career when he was coaching. Obviously, when he was coaching Paul George, he had Roy Hibbert, David West, obviously AD, Dwight Howard. Um, but we all knew Frank Vogel from his coaching days in Pacers with the Indiana Pacers when he had a very good defensive team. Maybe that will, maybe maybe getting him will probably shape Aiden into a blocking machine. Who knows? Um, Maybe Aiden's block shots might go up a little bit. Um, but this is the Brooklyn Nets all over again. Okay? The only difference is Brooklyn Nets never had a true big man, and that obviously cost them when they got swept by Boston, right? Um, but I don't think. I mean, I don't think the Suns are going to go anywhere. They haven't won a championship neither. They're in the same boat as the Nets. Okay, they haven't won a championship neither. Even though they had a lot of good talent, they had Stoudemire, Sean Marion, if you want to call him a star. Scratch that. They had Steve Nash, Amari Stoudemire, Charles Barkley. Um, so they had a lot of good players come through that organization, but none of them won a championship for them. They even had Stephon Marbury, which obviously, but so now Vegas is boosting them up. Vegas is saying they have a 600 or they have a plus 600 odds of winning that championship. Like, y'all remember when KD and Kyrie and James Harden went all to Brooklyn? Same scenario. Same scenario. Same result. Well, the Nets were at plus 1,200 odds to win it. Um, but no excuses. You know, y'all got together for a reason. You know, y'all got together for a reason to win a championship and y'all failed miserably. And I told everybody this. If I could go back if I can If I could go back and look at the videos that I posted, I told everybody that that the Nets was not going to win the championship. I said they don't have enough depth. They don't have enough size. They rely on their shooting too much, and that's going to cost them. And it did. They got swept by the Bucks. No, they came within inches of beating the Bucks, but obviously KD's toe was on the line, or shoe was on the line. The year after that, they got swept by the Boston Celtics. This year, I think they got swept by Philly, if I'm not mistaken. KD and Kyrie did enough to win them a lot of games, and then they did. Both of them did. Like, talk about loyal players, right? I mean, Kyrie went on to the Mavericks. They didn't even make the playoffs. KD went on to the Suns, but they didn't make the play-in. None of it's crazy because both of them never made it to both of them never made it to the plane. So all of a sudden we're supposed to forget what happened and think like, oh my God, this team is such and such. You know what I'm saying? Like I watch a lot of YouTubers come or I watch a lot of YouTubers not really complain, but just explain why the Suns are better than what you think. They're not. And I know they're not. Because every single time this stuff happens, it backfires. Okay? It backfires. Now, they will dominate in the regular season. I know that for a fact. They will dominate. They'll probably win like 21 games. The first game of the season, well, the first 21 games, they'll probably win they'll probably win 21 something odd, something the lines of 21 to like 8. They'll have like a 21 to 8 record or 21 to 4 record or 21 to 3 record, you know. I can see them winning a lot of games. But come postseason, I mean they'll get far, but not where they want to go. They'll probably get eliminated in the second round, Western Conference Finals. And if they do manage to make it all the way to the NBA Finals, they're not going to win it. They'll probably lose in 6. Now, I'm not being a party pooper. Yes, this team is talented. But again, it goes back to what I was saying with the Brooklyn Nets. That team was talented, but it just didn't have what it needed to get over the hump. Like you see with the Denver Nuggets, and the Denver Nuggets have what you call a complete team from starters to bench. They had it all. Yeah, once you win a championship, people are gonna want to get paid, and obviously, if you don't want to pay them, then they'll probably go elsewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like I think that was his name, Malik Beasley. He went on to sign with some other team. Um, Eric Gordon, you know, the hero of that series, you know, he might probably go elsewhere. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, that happens to every championship team that wins the championship, or that happens to any team, whether it's football, the NFL, you know. Um, so yeah, I like my shirt. It's that little green dude with the star. I think the Star Trooper. This is size medium though. I can wear size medium. See how long my arms are? Very large. Um, but yeah, man. Um, just you know, People have to see it. People have to see through the bullshit. You know, um, like every year, y'all get caught. Y'all get caught up in this whole mess. Like the Suns are not good at all. I don't care how many people they sign. Okay, for you to truly be a team, you have to do it the right way. You have to do it the right way. If you don't do it the right way, then it's just gonna kick you in the butt all the damn time. And people say, "Well, what is the right way?" The right way, do it with Golden State. Look at how Golden State won the championships. They built from the ground up. You know, you look at Milwaukee Bucks. They built it from the ground up. You know, the Nuggets. They built it from the ground up. Surely they had to, get guys around Jokic and Murray. Um, but you know, at the end of the day, it paid off. You know, I mean, I think the only two players that were actually drafted by the Suns were Devin Booker and Aiden. Um, so so yeah, yeah. But you know what? If y'all wanna not take my word for it, the Suns are just going to be a huge disappointment when it matters the most. I mean, they're gonna get their wins. Don't like they might have the best record in the West, you know, but the best record don't mean crap if you can't figure it out when it matters the most. You know, I mean, they all can shoot. Booker, Bill, KD, they all can shoot. So the whole who gets the ball last, who gets the ball, that doesn't really matter. You know, what matters is winning games and advancing. Because let's say out of nowhere, the OKC has probably like the fourth best record or the fifth best record, and OKC matches up against the Suns, and OKC somehow miraculously beat the Suns in six, or the Suns or OKC takes it to 7 games. Like, oh my God, the Suns lost to the OKC Thunder. Stuff like that. Or scenarios like that. You know, so I mean, the Suns gave up half their bench to get KD, and they gave up more to get Bill. So that's gonna mess up your bench. That's gonna mess up your rotation. Cause like Bradley Bill or like Devin Booker, Bradley Bill is just a spot up shooter. You know, like everybody wanted him. The Lakers wanted him. Teams that were bidding that want him. But you know what? The Suns gave the best offer. You know, that's why nobody respects KD anymore. I mean, all he wants to do is just go to the team that's stacked. I'm not saying that the Suns are stacked, but you see a whole bunch of you see a whole bunch of you know uh, signings. You know, he signed with them. He signed with them. He signed with them. You know, so that automatically doesn't win you a championship. Yeah, they look good on paper, but when push comes to shove, when when push comes to shove, we all gonna see who gets the last laugh. And I want the Suns to win a championship. I mean, it's been how long? Like I'm all for giving teams the spot. You know, but it's gonna take more than a bunch of signings to win a championship. KD is gonna have to play at least 75 games. Now I know he's getting up there in age. I think the youngest one's probably Devin Booker, but Bradley Bill, Devin Booker, they all getting up there in age. And 30 is not really that old, but you know, Father Time is undefeated for a reason. Which is stupid because nobody plays sports for that long. You play sports, you play as long as you can, you retire, or you get out as long. I mean, you play as long as you can, you accumulate a lot of money, you get out, and you find something else to invest in or be involved in. Sports is not that's why, sports is not forever. That's why when they say Father Time is undefeated, of course, because nobody can play for that. Your body gets, your body changes as you grow, grow, as people age older and older and older. Your body is not the same how it was in 18, 19, 20. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't do the things that you can do when you was, in your 20s. That's like you starting off as a plumber or electrician and you spend like 10 years doing the thing that you love. Yeah, you got electrocuted a few times. You almost lost your life a few times, but you like what you're doing. And now you 45, 65, no, not 40, not 65, but 45, 46 years old, and you're still doing electrician because that's your passion. You could continue to do it until you're 60. But the NFL has an age limit, you know what I'm saying, or has a age restriction, you know, or sports in general has an age restriction where as soon as you pass the age of 30, for most positions in football or basketball, your body starts declining. MJ, Kobe, LeBron, like it is what it is, but I believe the Suns just have to do it the right way. If they do it the right way, they can win the championship. But it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Um, it's not going to happen. So let me know what y'all think. Do the Suns have enough? And I think they signed Raja Rondo too, if I'm not mistaken. And they also signed Achimari, not Achimari, the Asian dude that was on the Brooklyn Nets. That's a spot up shooter. I forgot his name. They signed him. So they signed a bunch of players. I think they signed Bobo too. So they just out here signing people like, but it's not gonna matter. It's not gonna matter. Um, because right now KD has zero patience. He wants to win now. He wants to show everybody, oh, I can win without Stephen Curry, which is bananas to me because he's the one who went to the Golden State Warriors in the first place. They won without you, and they still won with you. So who needed who? You needed the Golden State Warriors. I mean, imagine if you didn't. Imagine if you took the Suns route instead of going to Golden State. You say, you know what? I'm gonna go with the Suns. I'm gonna leave Westbrook. I'm gonna leave OKC, or probably try to rebuild it with OKC. If they don't want you, or if they don't want to renew your contract, go somewhere else. But your first option should have been the Suns, and then you could have got your revenge against the Golden State Warriors that year, right? But no, you chose to go to Brooklyn. Out of all the teams, you went to Brooklyn. Now, this is not about KD, because I know KD is a thought chaser with rings. All he cares about is just getting as much rings as he can. He's gonna grow. He's gonna grow tired of the Suns, and he's probably gonna demand a trade, which he did with Brooklyn, right? And to be honest with you, Brooklyn didn't even have a bad record that year. They really didn't. But he still left. Why? Because he didn't want to play with a bunch of no names. I guess. You see, this is why I was so pleased that KD did not come here. Because I know he was going to pull this bull crap. Imagine if he did this with the Knicks. It wouldn't slide. It wouldn't slide. Nets fans are different. They're completely different from Knicks fans. Knicks fans are very passionate. Nets fans, on the other hand, they just happy of what they got. They just happy with the experience. Because they never won crap. So I'm gonna do a rant on the Nets pretty soon. Cause I done plenty of rants on the Nets. I mean, they went from trash areas or arenas. They went from Izod, the Izod arena, and then now they're at the Barclays Arena, which they're not even selling. Then the Knicks is always gonna outsell the Nets in ticket sales. I mean, I remember when I used to go to New Jersey games, because they would face the Nets. They would face the Knicks almost every 2, 3 days. They would face the Nets. That arena was empty, halfway empty. Like you see people on the left side, you see people on the right, all the way to the right side, and I would be smacked down in the middle with like a whole bunch of empty seats. Yeah, there'll probably be like people from right here and then up here and then behind me, or 2 rows behind me, or 3 rows behind me, but that arena was always empty. But the Knicks, they always sold out. They always sold out because it's Madison Square Garden, the most famous arena. So my mom took me my elementary school year to go see the Wizard of Oz at Madison Square Garden. Beautiful, beautiful arena. Stars just seem to drop freaking numerous numbers, astronomical numbers on us every time. I don't know why. You know, they want to play in the garden, but they don't want to play for us. Like, really? But anyways, but yeah, man. Listen, they just got to play the right way, or they just got to do it the right way. I hope KD doesn't sit out that many games. Booker has to stay healthy. Bill has to stay healthy. Aiden has to stay healthy. The NBA just launched a new tournament that's beginning around December. So that's pretty dope. I'll probably get into that further more. Have something to do while we playing, because you don't want to just play for 82 games, which obviously you do because you want to have the best or second, third best record in the NBA. But you know, playing for another championship, I don't know what you get for that championship. To be honest with you, I guess you just win the championship. But at least they'll give you some. At least the NBA gives you something to do You know what I'm saying? It's just not like, oh, play 82 games. At least you're playing for something now. Now teams are going to get more um, ready, and they're going to play more because, oh, we're playing for a championship. Okay. So that's pretty dope for the NBA, you know? But yeah, you know, I want the city of Arizona to win a championship. Because they deserve it. I think teams with zero championships, at least I mean, at least they deserve it, in my opinion. You know, but it's not gonna happen. Like I said, just the way the Suns are doing it is wrong, completely wrong. I'm not saying that for y'all to go out there and sign players, but the way y'all do it, and everybody has to buy in. Is Frank Vogel really the answer for this coach, for this job? He's a defensive minded head coach, not an offensive minded. So, I mean, you saw how he won with the bubble, or you saw how he won in the bubble because the Lakers had depth. The Lakers had experience. The Lakers had AD, or not even AD. Well, yeah, AD, but he was coming over here from New Orleans to the Lakers, so he was brand spanking new. Never won a championship. I think that was the only time he actually put his head down and said, "You know what? I'm gonna ball out for this one time only. You only get one shot, one opportunity. Don't let your chance. Do not let the chance blow." Opportunity come once in a lifetime. You know what I'm saying? So it was a song from Eminem, 8 Mile. I totally butchered that, but you only have one chance, one opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Would you capture or you let it slip? You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like that, where you know, he had to ball out. Because he never won a championship. So, and that was the White Howard. That was the White Howard's first championship too. So they both balled out. So I don't know. I don't know how this is gonna work. I think they got the wrong coach again. I think they would have. I think they should have gotten Doc Rivers. I really do think so. I think they should have. I think they should gotten Doc Rivers, in my opinion. Uh, they let go of him. They let go of him, or the Sixers let go of him. The Suns should say, you know what, we're gonna offer Doc Rivers a 3 year, however much money you know you are thinking about. We're not gonna give you the bank, but we'll work something out. Okay, like, can you imagine Doc Rivers and LeBron James? This would be the second highest head coach that he had since Eric Spoelstra. But no, he wants to settle, or KD wants to settle for Frank Vogel. Yes, he has championship experience. Yes, he's won a championship as a head coach. But I don't know. To me, Frank Vogel, he just doesn't move it. Probably it was either Nick Nurse or Doc Rivers the Suns could have gone after. I think the Clippers already signed Tyrod Lue, so that was out of the question. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. The signing of Frank Vogel just rubs me the wrong way. I'm not even a Suns fan, you know. But see right here. Hold on, I gotta turn this sucker inside out. I'm a Knicks fan. Speaking of my Knicks, I'm probably gonna do a video of my Knicks soon. Not soon, but after I'm done with this. See, Knicks fan. Or I need to get some more Knicks stuff. I only got this jersey. See, so yeah. Um, but if they win the championship, congratulations. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to say that they can't win it, but you know, it's the way how it's basically how you win a championship. It's the blueprint of winning championships. Everybody must buy in. You know, you must face adversity. You know, um, all this stuff. So we'll see. Like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, take care of yourself and each other.